What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back with another daily trade review. Today we're going to be reviewing trades from a green day. You think green, you would think it was a good day, but in the grand scheme of things, it was not a good day today. Strictly because I did not trade my trading plan, or I should say I didn't stick to my trading plan. Took fairly good trades, good solid trades. First trade out the gate was a red trade. That was our only red trade of the morning. Took another trade that was basically a flat trade. We got out break even, but we did not trust our trades this morning. And we moved the stop on quite a few trades. And then those trades that worked, we did not take the 2-to-1 on it. That's what the plan says. Let's take 2-to-1. Didn't take 2-to-1 on some trades. Moved the stop up, came back, stopped us out, and we lost more than we should have made. One thing with the options, as you know, we're doing away with the small account challenge, so won't really see me trading as many options because I don't really trade many options out of my main account. But with the options, I had gotten into the habit of chasing my stop, is what I call it. So as the trade would go higher, I would move my stop higher, and then when the stock would pull back, I would go ahead and get stopped out. On options, that was the move. On my stock trades, it is what it is. Once I get in that trade, I need to leave my stop where it is at, and I need to leave the target where it is at, and I need to take 2-to-1 on my money because that's what my plan says. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the thumbnail watch list. We'll take a look at TRADERVUE, and then we'll look at the trades inside of Thinkorswim. So let's go ahead and let's get that going. So we have the thumbnail watch list pulled up, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead, let me get this mic out of the way so I can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the actual watch list. It'll make the charts a little bit bigger, not much. But first thing we had on the list was FUTU, and that was the main one that we were gonna be watching today. Actually took a trade on that one. We had PDD. Had PDD on there to go higher. It sold off. No trades. We had EQNR. Let me bring this over. This was another one that it did good, but I just did not like the price action and the volume of that one. Not familiar with that company, but we see that it made some moves. It hit some levels that we had on the chart. We were done by 10:30, 11 o'clock. So this move here, we didn't get to see, but this was one I wanted to trade. I just was not happy with the way it was moving. Nvda, this was another one that we were wanting to keep our eyes on. I actually took quite a few trades on this one. I want to say I took maybe 2 or 3 trades on that one. REV Revline, this is one that I had on there because some of the people that were in RT's chat room, Relentless Traders chat room, was trading this one, and I want to say that he took some trades on that as well. So I just put it on my watch list. I didn't really have any intentions, but as you can see, the watch list was nowhere near full today. Blow this one up real quick. One thing that I did notice on this one was it was kind of flagging. You see on the 2-minute chart, it was setting higher lows, kept setting higher lows. On this, what you want to see is the breakout above the highs or the failure below. We clearly see what it did. It failed below. So you wouldn't get in this one until it's breaking the highs going this way. You can either set your stop below this first candle, or usually on these flags, I might set it in the middle. And if you want to be totally safe, you can set it all the way down below this candle. But didn't matter. It failed on this candle. And when it failed, it failed. And I think this thing just tanked the rest of the day. Yeah, we see it just tanked. So that was something, like I said, we didn't have plans on trading. And then we had AXSM, another one that I don't really know anything about, but it was gapping up. Nice gap up. We see, again, came to an area that we had clearly marked on the chart. Let me blow it up just a little bit. Maybe make it easier to see that line. There we go. So we had this area marked on the chart where it needed to get above before we wanted to even get interested in it. We see that it just kept on coming to it. It finally broke it later on in the afternoon, about 12:45. Finally got above it, and we see that it made a nice move. When it broke it, it gave you no entry on the 2-minute chart. Just green candle straight up. No entries on that. So unless you were planning to break out and putting your stop down here somewhere, you really weren't going to get no chance to get in that one, because once it broke, it broke. But that was our watch list. That is what we were looking at today. Again, like I said, small account challenge was a success, but I like trading stocks. So figured, let me go ahead and get back to doing what I enjoy doing. And let's go ahead. Let's bring up TRADERVUE. We reviewing trades for Monday, June 27th. We took 5 trades today. Close P&L 175. Today was a slow day in the grand scheme of things. Even listening to people chatting in the chat room, a lot of people said it was a slow morning. You would say 175 is not bad for a slow morning. But before we go to reviewing the charts on Thinkorswim, I'm going to show you one of the reasons why I like TRADERVUE, and more especially why I like it when I'm trading stocks. So we do see that our first trade out the morning, 43 bucks. Red trade. We were risking $50 to make $100, 2 to 1 on our money. You see, we only lost $43 on this stock. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. And this is what I like to look at right here, the stats. So maximum MFE. This was basically the way that you could look at this is the unrealized gains. What was your maximum unrealized gains? We had none. Stock never went in our favor. Maximum going to the downside, 43. That's what we lost. Got out at 43. Keep in mind, like I said, my risk is $50. So next thing that I like is when you come to the charts, and I'm going to make these larger. When you come to the charts, it's telling you exactly where I got in. Look at that. That was horrible. I'm not going to say that. Let me change. That's not horrible, because when I was trading this, you'll see why I say this should have been a green trade. Entry when it broke high of day. Stop was going to be lower today. That was my plan on this trade. Entry, high of day. Stop, low of day. This thing never came down to the lower day. Look at that. Never came down to lower day. Came down right here, and then it went. Would we have gotten 2 to 1 on this one? It's close. We'll have to look at that when we go to reviewing it on in Thinkorswim. Let's look at the next one. Next one, we traded FT or FUTU. And if you notice, I don't take the same lot size every time. My lot size is based on what the stop loss is going to be. So whatever the stop is, I'll divide that. I think in the last video I said I multiply. I divide what my risk is by the size of the stop. That tells me how many shares I need to buy. So this will always change because, as we know, a stop is never going to be fluid, never going to be the same. So let's check details on this one. So we made $70 on this trade. You would say that's a solid trade. Look what my maximum unrealized gains was. It was target 101.01. So on this trade, before I got out, I had hit target, but I moved my target up a little higher, trying to think that it's going to run higher, and it didn't. Maximum unrealized losses, 16 bucks. So it went $16 against us. But again, we're risking 50 bucks. This one here entered when it broke the high of that candle, stop down there. Pretty much, it's not a very clean 3-bar play, but you can call it a 3-bar play. Didn't want to enter on this candle here because it was going to catch resistance on that candle. But once it broke that one, we were good. So solid trade. Let's look at it on the 5-minute. 5 minutes not going to show you nothing. It's just straight green candles. Entered it off of that 2-minute chart right there. But this is how much did we actually give back today? That's the question. So on that trade right there, that was 30 bucks. First trade should not have been a red trade. So that's 40 bucks that we could have added to that right there. So then we started trading Nvda. See, we only made 75 cents on this trade. Look at this foolishness. So maximum that this unrealized, 33. Maximum unrealized losses, 30. So this thing, it pulled back against us $30. But again, we're risking 50 bucks. Share size appropriately so that it can work the way we want it to work. This one here. And this one, I had to look at this on the 5-minute as well, because I think I took this off of a 5. But we entered, so you had this little breakout right here. We entered when it broke this area. Stop either there, or you could put it below this bottoming tail. That's what really I liked, was that nice bottoming tail when the buyers came back in. But look at where I stopped out at. Break even. And then boom, it went. This thing went. We'll have to look at the numbers on that. Just looking at this was probably, I'm going to say 3 to 4 to 1. Didn't even look back right here at all. So, and there, that's what I wanted to look at. Look at it on the 5-minute. Nice, clean 3-bar play. You got the wide range, narrow range, nice bottom and tail. It's holding the VWAP. We enter right there. Again, stop is down there. This here is the same as that there. That's there. So that's where we had our stop at. Down there. This thing popped. We a little iffy, and we moved it to break even, and right after that it went. Good money left on the table there. Good money left on the table there. Let's look at the next one. And I almost could do these reviews right out of here, because like I said, in TRADERVUE, the way that it shows you on the chart is so much cleaner than when you're looking at options. Next Nvda trade, took 100 shares on this one. Basically, 50-cent stop. That is a 50-cent stop for 100 shares. Basically taking $50, dividing that by 50 cents. That's what our stop was. But let's look at the maximum unrealized. 97. So this one came close to hitting target. Didn't hit target though. But let's see what it did. It would have hit target. it would have hit target. This is where it was at 97 at. It pulled back and then it kept going. So again, we got out of this one too early. And we see what it was doing. Kind of came here, set a higher low off of that, came up to here. It flagged over or kind of consolidated over and made this move. Decent entry. Let's look at it on the 5. On the 5, a good entry at the time that I was looking was here, but I was like, don't really have the confirmation. So I waited to see another green candle, and that's when we got in right there. But like I said, we got out right there. That probably had another, and I won't even see probably had however much it had. What I don't need to focus on is how much was left in that move. I need to take my 2 to 1 and be happy. We can always wait on the pullback and get another entry. But on this one, that was $30 we left on the table. So you see the pattern. We probably, just in those trades there, that was another $100 that we left, or not left on the table, that we gave back because we had that money in the pocket. We just didn't lock it in. And then this was our last trade. Took 200 trades on this one. That would tell me that it's a 25-cent stop. Look at that. Maximum unrealized, 128. 128. We almost gave back $50 on this trade. Gave back $50 on that trade. Maximum unrealized losses, $12. So it went a little bit against us out the gate. But again, let's look at the trade. Again, we saw the higher low, came up above here, kind of just consolidated, flagged over, made this move up. We got another consolidation over, and we got in right there above it, setting the stop down below it. Target's going to be up on the top end for 2 to 1. Take the 2 to 1. Take the 2 to 1. Especially seeing this big red candle. Especially seeing that right there. There's no real resistance to kind of push it back down. We see that it finally did chug along and make it over here right to it. Again, that's going to act as that resistance. Finally got to it, and it did what it should have done, acted as resistance. But in this trade, it had enough for our 2 to 1. Just didn't take it. And again, on the 5-minute, just green candles going up. So those were our trades that we took. Definitely left some good money on the table. But what I'm going to do, because we pretty much have gone through, and if y'all don't mind, if you're reviewing or watching this video, leave a comment. Let me know, just basing it off of the TRADERVUE. Is it even necessary to do the review in Thinkorswim? I'm going to do a couple of them. I don't think I'm going to do all of them. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up Thinkorswim. And if you are still watching and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, if you're a new viewer, please think about subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. But like I said, let's go ahead. Let's take a peek at a couple of these. We'll take a peek at that first one that we did. That was a red trade on FUTU. And like I said, the thought on that one, decent thought, because I had this going higher. I just moved the stop. So we see that this had opened and flush pulled back, got below VWAP. And when this made this move with that volume, that is what really kind of sold me on that trade, was the volume. So we got in this one, 9.5590. So we got in right there as it's breaking, and looking at it, all right, we got in a little, what's the height of this candle? Probably Yeah, 4 cents. So we got in that one a little early, but it's still, this candle was 98, so we still would have gotten entered in on that one. Like I said, stop down here, low of the day. Never would have gotten stopped out. We had a dollar stop loss on this. So let's see. So if we say 55.90 was our entry, 2 to 1 means we got to get $2 out of it. So 57.90. Just missed it. Would have just missed hitting target. Just would have missed hitting the target. And the way we had been chasing our stop up, probably would have just had moved our stop up by then. But definitely should not have been a red trade. Shouldn't have been a red trade. Yeah, let's take a peek at the second one that we did real quick. Got in this one at 10 o'clock and 32 seconds. 10 o'clock, 32 seconds. But we don't have to worry about that. We just worry about how much we paid to get in it. 56.75. That's what we paid to get in. So, just like I said, as it was breaking this area, got in a little bit late. The high of that candle was 56.68. 7 cents late getting in. Again, stop is going to be down here below this candle right here. So 50-cent stop. We got in 56.75. We need 57.25 out to move. 57.25 was right there. That was it. But we moved our stop. This thing pulled back, stopped us out, and kept on going, easily hitting target and some. So 56.7, what I said, 56.75, 57.25. That's right there. It went another 50 cents on 50 shares. So it went a whole nother R. We would have made 3R on this trade. But again, just focus on 2 to 1. We need to focus on 2 to 1 on our money because it pays. It pays. I need to change my mindset from how we were trading options because it is a little different. Like I say, when I'm trading stocks, it just stop, entry, target is just so much easier trading stocks. It's just so much easier. Let's look at this one real quick. 1040 is when we got in. 168.95. So we got in. Look at that clean entry, just as it's breaking. Let's highlight that one. 168.94 was the high. 168.95. We getting in the nanosecond it breaks that area. We putting our stop down there. 75 shares. I want to say that was a 75-cent stop. Let's see. 50 divided by 0.75. No, that's not right. Know what that was. Nonetheless, it never did get close to it. Let's see where we got out of this one at. We got out of this 6 minutes later. 146. So we got out on this candle 168.96. Am I on the right candle? Oh, I'm tripping. 168.96. So we got out way down there. That's right, because this is the one we stopped out break even on. That little tiny pullback, ugly. Made 75 cents on this stock. Let's see. We could do the math real quick. 168.95. 168. Let's call it 35. It's about a 60-cent stop. High of that candle. So we need 120 out of this stock. If we said it was 169, we needed 170.20. We hitting target right there. And it still had a little extra room. Like I said, we're not going to worry about that little extra room. We're going to start being diligent on getting our 2-to-1. Stop out where we're supposed to stop out at, unless you just totally see the trade is going against you, or let the trade work. Let the trade work. There's another one. It had a maximum of $97 unrealized. We got in this one at 1046, and this will be the last one. Got in this one at 1046. And we got in at 169.39. 169.39. Bam. Just as it was breaking that area right there, you come over to the 5 minutes, you'll see it a little cleaner. So getting in right there, setting the stop below that. So let's hit that candle right there. Just why? Why? Got out of this one 7 minutes later on the second. We got in this one at 10:46 and 36 seconds. Got out of this one at 10:53 and 36 seconds. So 10:52 is the candle we're looking for. 170.06 on the pullback. And then it kept going. And we gave up $30. So we missed target by $3. Missed target by $3. It pulls back against us. Even if we had locked in 1R, this thing would have never came back and touched us. I would have rather this thing came back, stopped me out, and I only make 1R, only make $50, instead of making $17 and seeing that we left the rest of the trade on the table. That's how I look at that. But hope y'all enjoyed this recap. Like I said, I love trading stocks. I love trading stocks because the entries and the exits are so much cleaner, especially when you leave your target where it's supposed to be, especially when you leave your stop where it's supposed to be. But it all comes down to trade management. I'm kind of hesitant on 2-to-1 all or nothing right now. When I first started in last year, I was pretty much 2-to-1 all or nothing. I set my stop, I set my target, and I set the entry. And if I get entered into the trade, it's cruise control. I wouldn't touch it. It's either going to stop me out from my full loss, or I'm going to hit my target 2-to-1. In this market right now, it is not really getting a lot of follow through. It is getting better. I will say that. In the last month or so, we have been seeing a little bit more follow through, but nothing like it was last year. Last year was pretty much set it and forget it. Put it on cruise control. It is getting a little bit better, but I'm still trying to preserve capital when the trade goes in my favor and lock in money. Last thing I want to do is see a trade go in my favor and it's up, let's say 1.5R, and then it flushes and then it's a losing trade. So just one of those things where you have to kind of weigh that trade management. But middle of the year, I kind of said, okay, I still need to stick to 2 to 1, but I need to move my stop up to break even once it gets to 1R. See that one cost us on 1 trade today. Actually cost us on 2 because it cost us on the first one. Not really the first one. We did move it. We didn't take the full stop, and we wouldn't have stopped out on the first one. That Nvda trade where we just broke even on it, that one did cost us. Had we just left our stop alone, it would have made money, would have made target. But again, hope y'all enjoyed. This one was a little bit longer than usual just because getting back in the swing of things of reviewing my actual stock trades. But hope y'all enjoyed, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.